welcome back to my channel and Merry Christmas! The holidays and the cold weather has me craving like just warm, cozy comfort food. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 5 of my favorite cozy comfort meals. And I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed to me. My goal was to get 100 subscribers by the end of the month, and today is December 26th and I have 139. So it was a great Christmas gift. I had a lot of fun putting this video together, and my husband had even more fun because he got to eat everything I made. And throughout the video, you're gonna see him giving his honest opinion, the Vincent verdict, on everything I made. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video and let's get started. All right guys, I couldn't resist. I had to kick off our 5 nights of cozy meals with the classic chili, of course. I have everything you're gonna need to make this right behind me, and I'm also gonna put all the recipes in the description below. You guys are gonna get very well acquainted with me chopping onions and garlic, because that's how I start out every single recipe in this video. But yeah, we're starting with the chili, and spoiler alert, this turned out so good. This was actually my first time making this specific recipe, and it's definitely gonna be my absolute go-to from now on. You're gonna see my eyes watering in a second. And fun fact, I actually have goggles that I wear when I'm chopping onions sometimes, but they're like tinted, so when I wear them at nighttime, I can't see anything. But anyways, I'm just gonna start out by chopping up 1 onion and 3 cloves of garlic. I like to have everything already prepped and ready to go. So like anything that needs to be chopped and cans that need to be opened, I do that all at the beginning so that I'm not rushing to get cans open or something in the middle of me cooking. Next, I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil in my Dutch oven, and then I'm gonna go ahead and saute my onions until they're soft and cook that with my pound of beef. Once it's fully cooked, this is my trick to get the oil out. I use like a paper towel and just soak it up, and then I just throw it away in the trash can. And I'm gonna go ahead and put in my garlic and cook that until it's fragrant. And now I'm gonna go ahead and season it with chili powder, cumin, brown sugar, dried oregano, salt, and pepper. And then I'm gonna put in a few tablespoons of tomato paste and mix that all up. I love recipes like this because all you have to do is throw everything in a pot, let it cook, and then it's ready. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put in my chicken stock, crushed tomatoes, your beans of choice, and a bay leaf. Now I'm just gonna let it come to a boil, pop a lid on it, and let it simmer for the next couple of hours. And then it should be ready to serve. I like to top it with avocado, green onions, sour cream, and cheese. Alright guys, taste test time. My favorite thing to eat chili with are these these scoop chips. We have Vincent here for the Vincent verdict.
Yeah.
He'll be honest with you guys.
I will, totally.
What's the verdict, Vincent?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, really?
Yeah.
A 10?
Yeah.
Let me taste it.
Easy 10.
That is good. If you guys like spicy, then you can add jalapenos, but Vincent is a baby, so guys, we're gonna finish dinner, but this was definitely a hit.
Gets a 10 out of 10.
I'm back today with a favorite in my house. Today I'm gonna be making lasagna soup. This is one of my favorite meals to make, especially in the winter time. I actually got it from this cookbook. This is the only cookbook I have, the Cozy Cookbook. Doesn't that look so good? So I'll link this book below if you're interested, but I have everything that you need right here. And I do this one in the Dutch oven as well, but if you just have a big pot, then that works just as well. All right, once again, we're just gonna start out by chopping up our onion and garlic. Pour a little bit of oil in your Dutch oven, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cook my onion and ground beef together until it's brown. Once it's cooked, you're gonna add in your garlic and have that cook until it's fragrant. And then we're gonna put in our tomato paste and all of our seasonings. And I don't use measurements, I kind of just eyeball it, but all the specific measurements will be in the description box where I'll have the links to all the recipes. And then you're gonna mix everything up until it's all combined and add your chicken stock, crushed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, a bay leaf, and then mix that together. And then I just let that sit on the stove until it's boiling, and that's when I'm gonna take my lasagna noodles and I just have them cook in the soup. This recipe I think tells you to cook your noodles separately, and I would suggest that if you are going to have leftovers for a few days because the noodles will soak up the soup if you leave them in there. But we actually finished this whole pot in one night because we had company over. Once my noodles are tender, I'm just gonna put in my ricotta and mix that up until everything's combined. Guys, this is my secret weapon, this pre-made Texas toast. I just put it in the air fryer for like 10 minutes and they are the most delicious things that I've ever had in my life. Specifically with this soup, it is so good. And then it should be ready to serve and you can just put in your cheese on top. I use mozzarella and Parmesan. Today I have 3 test tasters, so we're gonna see what everyone thinks about the lasagna soup.
Cheese pull.
I hope it's not too spicy.
What's my rating system out of?
1 to 10.
10. 10.
You
Wow.
know the rules?
Really?
That quick?
Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
You know the rules, 1 bite,
Oh, it's a 1 bite?
10 out of 10. Easy 10.
I also have to say 10 out of 10.
Oh my god!
This is
guys,
incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell them to say
Well,
that.
I love lasagna, so.
Yay. Okay.
This is incredible.
Well, this is a winner. We'll see you guys tomorrow with day 3. I'm back with day 3 of our Cozy Meal series. You know the drill by now. We got all our ingredients behind me here. And today we're making Marry Me Chicken pasta. Marry Me Chicken is one of our favorites. It's definitely a staple in our house. But I've never made the Marry Me Chicken pasta and it looks really good. So, let's get started. Everyone close your eyes and guess what I'm doing first. Oh my gosh, you got it right. I'm starting off by chopping 1 onion and garlic. Of course, because this is how I start out every single meal, apparently. Now we're gonna take our chicken. I always use chicken breast, but you can use, of course, whatever chicken you like. And then I'm gonna fill up a pot of water and salt it and then just have this boil while I work on other things. I like to cut my chicken in half just so it cooks more evenly. If I were to do this again, I would actually cut these into like bite-sized chunks because I ended up going in later on and cutting it up and it would have been easier to do it in the beginning. But anyways, I'm just gonna season both sides of my chicken and then just sear it off until it's brown. And after both sides are cooked, it doesn't have to be fully cooked through yet, but once both sides are brown, I'm just gonna put it on a plate and set it aside for later. And in those same chicken juices, I'm gonna go ahead and cook my onion until it's soft. Now that my water's boiling, I'm going to cook a whole box of noodles. I ended up not needing this many noodles. I'd probably do half the box next time. Once my onions are soft, I'm just gonna throw in my garlic and have that cook again until it's fragrant. And then pour in my chicken stock and heavy whipping cream. I'm going to chop up my sun-dried tomatoes, add that to the pot, and put in my Parmesan cheese and all the spices that I'll be using. And I'm just gonna have this simmer until it gets to the thickness that I like. Once your noodles are like almost al dente, go ahead and drain them and leave a little bit of pasta sauce. Now that the sauce is thickened up, it's time to put the chicken back in so it can finish cooking. I ended up taking them right back out to cut into bite-sized pieces. And that's why I wish I had just done it in the beginning. This chicken wasn't quite fully cooked yet, so I just threw it back in my sauce and had it cook for a little while longer till they were all done. And while it's cooking, I'm gonna start on my broccoli. Guys, I was being super lazy today. Or actually, I just forgot that I was making broccoli, so I would have done that earlier, but I just threw it in the microwave. And then I also, I brought back the garlic bread, of course.
Guys, we have never been so back as we are right now. This is probably the best thing that Sophie makes for me.
You haven't even tried it yet.
Yeah, but
Well, this is our first time doing it over pasta. Usually we do it over rice.
Yes. Strong 10.
10?
Yeah, easy. This has always been a 10. The Marry Me chicken, always a 10. 10 out of 10, blown out of the water. This one and Lasagna Soup, I think this one beats out Lasagna Soup. So.
You heard it here first, folks. Today is a special day. I'm filming in the daytime because we're doing a Crockpot meal. Today I'm making chicken stew, and it's just gonna be like a hearty, yummy winter meal. So grab all your supplies and let's get started. I just recently got into using the Crockpot, but it's amazing. I'm gonna start off again with just an onion and some garlic. And this is great because you just throw everything in the Crockpot at once and then turn it on and it's ready by dinner time. Next, I'm gonna grab some celery and chop that up. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with my carrots and potatoes. I'm using chicken breast again, and I absolutely butchered this trying to cut them in half. I don't know what was going on with me this day, but I mutilated this chicken in the process of me trying to cut it in half. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and season both sides of the chicken just with salt and pepper and then sear it off. You could just stick it right in the crock pot and have it cook along with your other vegetables and everything. But when you brown it in a pan first, it's a little more flavorful. While I was making this, I realized I need a bigger crock pot because this was like super hard to stir together. But I ended up just putting in my seasonings and I tried to kind of stir it in. It took a minute to get the chicken down there. But then I put in my chicken stock, and my camera died, but I also did a little bit of tomato paste and a bay leaf. After a couple of hours, once my chicken was fully cooked, I went in and used, this is my favorite kitchen gadget that I own. This is my chicken shredder. And I went ahead in with this and just shredded the chicken and let it cook like that for the rest of the time. Throughout the day, I just go in and stir it every now and then. And once I was about 30 minutes from dinner time, I went ahead and made my rice. And all I do is, first I just wash my rice to get all the starch off. And then I use chicken stock instead of water because it makes the rice so much more flavorful. And then I just put salt and pepper in there, stir it up. And once that's ready, then it's time to eat. For my side today, I also got this Cuban bread and just cut that up and put butter on it, and that's our meal.
So I just finished making the chicken stew, and it came out more like soup than stew, but
Fine with me.
we'll see how Vincent likes it. It was so hot.
It's really good. I like how hearty it is. Like there's so much stuff in it. I love that.
Okay, rate it.
So definitely 8.5. I love how hearty it is. Love the flavor mixture. In comparison to the other things though, that's why I'm giving it that 8.5.
Today is our last day of Cozy Meals, and today we're gonna be making stuffed peppers. This is a pretty low ingredient, easy go-to, and if you wanna make it even easier, then you can just do everything that I'm about to do, except chop the peppers up and just put it in with the meat and everything. I'm really excited that this is our last Cozy Meal because my fridge is full of leftovers. And yesterday was Christmas, so we have leftovers from that too. So we have a lot of food that needs to get eaten. Let's get started on our stuffed peppers. Our last Cozy Meal, and guys, this was actually a really good one. Vincent and I were both surprised at how good this turned out. I've made it before, but this recipe must be better than other ones I've made because it turned out so good. Anyways, you're gonna start out by just preheating your oven to 400 degrees, and then take your bell peppers and get all the seeds and everything out from inside of them. And I also save their hats because I like to put them back on top later. But in this video, I actually did this recipe in half because, like I said, we have so much food in our fridge right now. But even splitting the recipe in half, it still made 5 peppers, and the original recipe is for 6 peppers. So I think I would have had way too much if I did the entire recipe, but I also had pretty small peppers, so. But anyways, after you're done with the peppers, you're gonna go ahead and chop up your onion and garlic, and then put some oil in a pan and soften your onion. For this one, I used ground turkey, but you can use whatever meat you like best. And after my turkey was browned, I went ahead and put in my garlic. And then I used diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, Italian seasoning, which my Cozy Meals made me run out of my Italian seasoning. And then garlic powder, salt, pepper, and just stir that all up and let it simmer for a few minutes so that the flavors can all combine. And I still had rice from my last meal, so I just used the leftover rice. But obviously, if you don't have some, then just make it. And I just stick it in with my meat and everything. And then I add a little bit of mozzarella cheese.
And then I'm gonna take a baking dish and put a little bit of water in the bottom of it. This is actually gonna help steam the bell peppers so that they're soft and so that the bottoms of them don't burn or anything. And then I'm just gonna stuff the peppers with our turkey. And then I had to get a couple more peppers because I had too much stuffing and I needed to fill more up. But then you're just gonna top them off with some more mozzarella. And this is where I like to put their hats back on. I just think it looks cute. Now you're gonna cover it with some tin foil and have it cook covered for about 30 minutes. And once it's been 30 minutes, then you're gonna take it back out and cook it again uncovered for about 5 more minutes. And after that, it should be ready to eat.
All right, today's side, I just did mashed potatoes because we had it left over from Thanksgiving, but...
You mean Christmas?
Yes, I mean Christmas. All right, but Vincent's home now, so we're gonna get the verdict.
You know, every time you make this, I'm like, I'm not gonna like it. But this is really good. And the reason why I say that is because I hate vegetables. But this is solid. I'm actually really happy with this. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow, that's pretty high.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
I actually wasn't expecting it so high from you.
Yeah, it's very good. I think
it's really good, actually.
yeah, I think this is the best you've ever made it.
Yeah, I used that leftover rice.
Yeah, really good.
All right, well that was our last cozy meal.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Have fun. See you next time.
Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope it was helpful and gave you guys some inspiration for meals at your house. I'm gonna put the links to every recipe that I used in the description box below, so go ahead and check those out if you wanna use the exact recipe. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.